Hey guys, what's up? All right. It's Double Deuce back. We got the Howin L6 put together today and yesterday. I started yesterday morning disassembling it, changing the new block over. Took a little time there because I Loctited everything. And, you know, when you run them, after you Loctite them, for some reason the Loctite comes out a little easier. When you don't run them, you know, it's there, it's glued in. So I heat up all the rods and stuff, and so I got it all together. I just got to run some oil lines, my oil pump, and my water lines for my water pump. I've seen a lot of interesting things out there on the water pump. There's a mod for that, I guess, and the engine lovers out there had come up with that, and he also hooked me up with a new updated firing order on the cap, and I totally forgot about that when I was testing the prototype. I had trouble, the hall sensor wasn't reading right, and then I noticed that the firing order was backwards on the cap, you know, so it was actually 180 out. I mean, they listed it here, it should be down here, and then go around this way. And these are the same on the side. So the only thing that I had trouble with, and he helped me out with that too, was these spark plugs that go in here are really tiny. And they're really, really small, the housing around them. So he used one of these little wrenches, and he punched out the center to an H1 size so it would fit over the plug. This will fit down in the recess of the head, but the plug will not fit inside there because it's just it's a hair off, because these are British standard sizes and this is metric. And so I did the same thing. I punched this out and was able to do that, and so we're making progress. That's good. And I got the Toyan V8 all together, and I'm going to put this back in the Camaro the way it is and finish breaking in the Camaro, but I got to break the engine in first, kind of set the new rods and pistons in there. I did get it fired up with a supercharger, and I seen some things on there that I wanted to kind of address before I put this in the frame, because once you put these in a frame, they're so complex and tight, they're really hard to work on afterwards. So that's why I didn't put the supercharger on it yet. I'm going to put this back in the car, finish running the car to make sure, you know, the drivetrain works good and everything else on it. And that way there I can eliminate some piles of parts in my house, because I got all these projects apart and they're in big piles, and I don't want to move everything, but I like to clean my house, you know what I mean? And sometimes you go through and you got many things going on, you move one pile to another pile, and then you forget when you go back to put it together, you can't remember which pile you put it in. So I'm trying to keep everything separated and go from there. And so the Toyan Camaro V8 build will be coming back soon. This, hopefully I'll get the timing dialed in on this. I did get it to start popping a little bit there. The carburetor settings on this, I don't know, they were kind of all over the place there. So, you know, when you're running gasoline through these, it's a whole different setup. So I haven't quite figured that out yet. And you know, with the nitro, you turn them out 1.5 turns on the low side, 2 turns on the high side. So I don't know if I'm going to try to start this with the ignition system with the nitro, or just use the gasoline, because that's what it was made to do. So, but I wanted to give you guys an update on this. We're almost there, and so it'll be when I get some more time. Like I say, I spent yesterday all day long on this, and pretty much the whole better part of the morning on this too, to kind of finish it up and figure it out. So, but now I do have something that I found that I'm going to try to stuff this V12 in. So my first thought was my extra Skyline I have. I have the extra Nico 5th scale Skyline, but it's just the engine, it's just too tall to assemble in under the hood. It would have to stick out of the hood, and yeah, it kind of looked kind of comical, you know. I mean, but it would probably be a wicked cool build, being it would be a 2-wheel drive. And so, but the problem is it's just too tall, and it has an oil fitting on the bottom that comes out of that overflow or atomization tank there, and it has legs on it here, which set the engine way high in the air. And if you put it in the body, now these legs and the probably about a 1/4 inch of the flywheel hang underneath the body. And I don't want my Skyline all jacked up, you know. Those things need to be low to the ground, looking cool, and you know. So it's that was a thought, and I'm trying to go through other stuff. But I did find something. My next video will be about what I might put this in. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to upload that tonight after I do the Howin L6 one too here. So anyways, guys, this is where we're at here. It was a crazy busy weekend for me, and it was pretty productive, and that's good. So anyways, like, share, subscribe if you want. Throw your questions, comments down below, and I swear I'll try to get back to you guys. I know, you know, my time is limited sometimes, but I try to answer as many as I can, and I'll try to do that this week. And take a break from building now that everything's kind of put together, and I'll get back to you guys and try to, you know, get back on a personal level with my fans out there. So anyways, guys, love to all, and I'll catch you later.